Hi, this is Mary. We are here at the Community Center on Fairview Avenue getting ready for the Heart to Hope Telethon. I am blessed to be joined by the Lions, and we have Phyllis, Larry, Barb, and Ted joining us today. Thank you so much for being here.
Happy to be here.
In the past, you have been so instrumental in helping us with the telethon, serving in our meetings, planning the day, and being there for us for the entire day, feeding us, making sure that we all are hydrated and have lots of good food to eat, and volunteering your time as well throughout the day. So thank you so much for that. This year, obviously, it's going to look a little bit different, and you won't be able to be with us for the day of. You're still donating all of the snacks to us, so we'll still be fed. Thank you so much for that. But since you're not able to physically spend that day with us, we still wanted to recognize everything that the Lions has done for community ministries and our local community in the past year. So tell us a little bit about what you guys have been up to.
Well, we're going to start with the very first thing that we did when the pandemic hit. The Lions, like many other organizations, weren't physically able to meet. But within a couple weeks, by communicating through Zoom and email, we decided that we wanted to figure out ways that we could serve the community. And one of the first things that we came up with was trying to get some food out to the first line workers who were there for us and seeing to all of the community needs. Regardless of their safety, they pushed that aside. So if you don't mind, I'll refer to my list here. Over about 6 weeks, we provided sandwich trays and fruit trays and cookies to Highlands Hospital, ER, and respiratory departments, the Connellsville Post Office, the Connellsville Police Department, Fayette EMS Station, Connellsville Med Express, and the grocery stores, Martin's, Cash Saver, and Walmart. And we were helped in doing that by not only monies from our club, but from organizations like the YRTC, Bud Murphy's, personal people from the community that just donated and helped us with the cost. And it was very much appreciated, especially the post office, the EMS station, Med Express, who don't really get, they were just shocked to have us come in and say, wow, you thought about us.
Wow.
So it made the Lions feel good.
Oh, absolutely. That must have been such a good feeling, and especially during that time, right at the beginning, just to have someone like your organization there when there were so many unknowns and people were afraid.
Yes.
And the fact that you stepped up right away.
We were happy.
That means a lot. It really means a lot to people. Tell us a little bit more about what you guys have been doing. Let's move on to the Whoa Nelly collection. That's been a lot of fun.
When we were on Facebook and we saw that Whoa Nelly had posted that they were unable to sell their milk to their usual distributors because the schools weren't in session, so there wasn't a great need of milk. And we knew that they were struggling and that they had other issues, and so we wanted to help them. So we decided to make a donation and then ask the community to match that donation to just try to make up for that loss. And we did that, and it was so amazing, the outpouring from people. And so all the milk was donated to the community ministries, to the Bill Swan Food Pantry. So we kept the milk in the community for people who needed it, and we kept the dairy going, and a lot of people jumped on that, and it was just great to see.
Oh, my goodness. And just to watch Whoa Nelly's reaction to it as well, and they even started to fall in love with the community and the ministry, seeing what we do every day and knowing that this milk was going to a good cause while still helping their business, and you bridging the gap really made that happen. It was just remarkable, and we were doing a lot of those summer lunches as well for students. We were giving out that milk every day, and without that, we would have had to purchase all of that, and it was just perfect timing. We needed that, and we knew, no, this milk will not go to waste. We'll be able to use it as long as the community's able to provide that for us. So that was one of those feel-good stories where you're like, wow, that was a God moment where everything just kind of worked out and stepped in. So thank you so much for doing that. Not only were you doing the Whoa Nelly milk, you were also doing other milk distribution in our community. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. We got in touch with Snyder's Dairy, and through the USDA program, Food to Table, we were able to do 4 different milk distributions giving out approximately 2,000 gallons of milk each time. So we had to use the school,
Yeah.
and thanks to the Connellsville School District and their board, that we were able to use the school and be able to provide this to the community. The lines were very long.
Yes.
And,
it was incredible.
it was. and then after that morphed into a food and milk.
Yes.
And
the box distribution.
We had, box distribution. And that line got extremely long. And thanks to the various other organizations that helped us, such as the JROTC at the school, National Honor Society, the Dawson Lions Club members, they came up to help us, and of course the police auxiliary
Yeah.
for helping us with traffic control, because
Yes.
it was amazing.
It takes the entire community when something like that happens, and our community here in Connellsville is just such a special place. When there is a need, it is not just one organization. It is organizations like the Lions that help all of us at the ministries even do what we do, because the need was so great, as we know. It was so overwhelming. Were you yourselves surprised at the need of people that were coming?
Without a doubt, yes. There were so many people, and a lot were showing up, taking it to their neighbors.
Yes.
And which was always also very nice to see.
That is such a good point, because a lot of times you think, oh, people might take advantage, and you see that negative aspect of it, but then you see so many more people who truly do have a need. If they need this food, as long as it's getting eaten and it's not being wasted, that's how you know that there is a need in our community, and that even if you yourself do not have a need, to use that, if that's what it's there for. So I tell people all the time, go get a box. Even if you yourself don't need one, go get one, and I'm sure there's someone that you know that could use one. So that really bridged the gap for a lot of the people that were isolated, weren't able to leave their homes. To get that food delivered to their door is huge. So I know that was a huge undertaking. Probably you bit off a little more than you could chew. And if I was thinking, oh, how are we going to do all this?
I think our biggest shock was the first time that we did it, and we were going to start, I think, at 8 or 9, and we got there at 7 in the morning, and there were probably 50 cars,
Wow.
and we knew then we were in trouble.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, no.
It was a good trouble.
A good trouble, exactly. When you know that there's a need, you guys, your hearts are in the right place, and then you get that motivation to keep going for our community. So thank you for doing that. In addition to all of that, you were also participating in the Challenge program. And that was a really exciting thing for us personally at Community Ministries and for our local fire departments.
Yes, I talked with a couple community people, and that the firemen were having extreme trouble with finances. And in doing so, I went to the club and said, what could we do? And the club, of course, our club wasn't meeting at that point in time. It was by Zoom call. But in any case, we decided to put up $5,000 and start this challenge program. We then turned to the Community Foundation of Fayette County, and they gave us another $2,000, and off it started.
Yes.
And we had over 45 organizations and people donate to us during this challenge program, and we raised $15,000 that was then distributed to the community ministries and then the 5 different fire companies. So we were
Yes.
able to donate $2,500 to each.
How did that make you feel when you guys do something like this and you're not sure how people are going to respond or if they're going to step up, and you're reaching out in faith saying, we believe that our community is going to step up? How did that make you feel that day when everyone came together to accept that money?
It was unbelievable. It was a great feeling. And thanks to Ned Franks, who was the one that really started the program for us, and what he did for the fire companies
Yes.
himself. So
Yes.
it was very good.
Yes, he is a remarkable person, our Community Partner of the Year at Community Ministries, because he does so much for our local community.
And you know, honestly, when I don't think we hesitated to reach to the community. In the back of our mind, we never thought, "I wonder if this will go." I think we were confident
Yes.
that Connellsville would step up and would donate, and they did.
Yes.
And just the day that we presented the check to the fire companies, we had them all there, and you know, they were just so grateful because their bingos and their hoagie seals and all
Yes.
that. A lot of it didn't take place for months,
Right.
but they still were at the fires and whatever need
Exactly.
we had. So.
They're still there for us, and we need to be there for them. So let's move a little bit into the holidays. And you did an Advent reverse calendar.
We
For the
always
ministries.
try to do something over the holidays. Typically, we're in person and we provide a party for the Association for the Blind. This year, we couldn't do the party, but we did deliver meals to them as well. So we were able to not have them miss out on anything. But then we also wanted to do a food drive. So we had talked about different ways, and we decided to do the reverse Advent calendar. And I know people have seen that again on Facebook and other places. So we collected among our club, and we had friends and other people donate it.
Yes.
And we ended up with, I believe, 70 boxes of food that we took. It took more. We thought it would just be one car that'll go down. It was several cars and trucks, and we donated. Again, all that food went to the Bill Swan Food Pantry at the ministry, and hopefully everybody in the community that needed it got to benefit from that. So that was a great holiday project.
Yes, absolutely. And there's so much need, especially during the holidays, more than ever before. And those things really help us out throughout that. So in addition to that, you were also doing Christmas Eve deliveries.
I guess that's me. This is something that we've been doing for a number of years through different benefit, different organizations. It started out with the teachers organization years and years ago. I got involved with this, and it's kind of evolved into a Trail, Lions, Somerset Trust, Rotary, Community Ministries. We got involved a lot this year, where what we do is on Christmas Eve, the first responders that are out there all the time, and especially at Christmas Eve, there's no place to go to get anything to eat.
Right.
You know, everything's closed at Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So what we've been doing is that the Trail has taken on adopting the police force, the local police force, where we take them sandwich rings and bread and drinks and candy and cookies and all that kind of stuff, and we deliver all this on Christmas Eve, so that Christmas Eve, Christmas night, and Christmas Day shifts have something to eat, something that they can take with them in the car. We give them, handheld fruit like apples and pears and bananas and stuff like that. So we did that, and I approached the Lions, since I'm also a Lion. I said, can you guys help us out? Can you do the Fayette EMS? So they do. They give us money towards doing the same thing for the Fayette EMS station, and they deliver it to all their stations around the Connellsville area. Same thing on Christmas Eve. And then a local church, the First Christian Church on Pittsburgh Street, they take a collection from their Sunday school class, and they adopt the ER at Highlands Hospital. So they're involved with that. We got Somerset Trust to adopt the state police barracks, so that we take money out to the state police, or take food and stuff out to the state police barracks also. And this year, we got Rotary involved along with the community ministries, and we did a collection so that we got extra money where we delivered $225 worth of $10 gift cards to all 5 of the local fire companies to give to the individual
Fantastic.
people who actually show up to do the fires.
Great.
So they give them a little bit of gas money to get them back and forth to the fire station.
Nice.
So we collected over $2,000 worth of donations this year to do all of that. So it was a fantastic feeling to know that we could do something like that for the community.
And think about, I want you, everyone, just to think about just everything we talked about here, just the sheer amount of giving back that organizations like the Lions does. And without the Lions, think about all of those things that wouldn't have happened. And because you stepped out in faith and were doing that as part of your organization, so many people were impacted in a positive way. Are you looking for new Lions? Is that something? Are you ever looking for more Lions?
We're always looking for new members. We hope to be starting back March 1st at Bud Murphy's at 6:15 for our regular meetings. We're trying to go back, hopefully staying back. And anybody that would want to be a member could contact any of us. You know, pretty much people know how to get a hold of us. We also have a Facebook page, and I check that all the time. So if people message us through there, that's a good way. So yes, we need new members because we always have projects coming up. Like our summer concert series is coming up this year, more to come. But we're hoping that that'll happen. So we always need volunteers for that. And our stadium project in the fall, hopefully we'll be back playing sports. And so members are always welcome.
And another exciting thing as far as members, we are going to have a Leo Club at the Connellsville High School. They are organizing it right now, and our hope with that is that these are the future Lions.
Yes.
They will join us in our projects, and they will get the idea of serving the community. So it teaches, our young high school students, and then hopefully they will join our organization.
Oh, that's wonderful. Because a lot of times young people, they just they'll do anything, but they need to know what to do and how to do it, and they'll be happy to do it. So that is amazing. Thank you so much for everything that the Lions does. When you think about a lion, when I think about a lion, I think about strength, and I think about you're untamed. And it's kind of like you're like that. You guys are untamed, like crazy, and while doing these things that seem a little crazy, but you have it all together, and you have that strength and that faith for our community. So thank you, everything that you do for the ministries and throughout the year for our community.